Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today starts the weekly video trend, and we have the setter tier 7, and you could argue this is a 8 match, but a lot of people like to call these 9 matches. However, they do have 2 more tier 7s. Each team has a 1-9, and the reason I haven't moved yet is because I was trying to record this on Twitch, and then my audio was messed up, so I went to fix my audio, and it just had an error code. So I decided, rather than dink around with Twitch, I would play this game for my team and then figure out my Twitch problems later. And then it ended up being a really good game, of course, so it wasn't recorded real time. It was actually recorded after, like post game. So that's why you're not going to be able to see my reload times or anything like that. Now, I have a pretty good crew set up on this. I think I took my Super Conqueror crew, which has like 8 skills, switched a lot of the skills to more of like a scout setting, and then I run binos, camo net. Actually, I run, now that my driver is 100%, because he wasn't 100% yet, now that he's 100%, I run vents, rammer, binos, or I might have switched to coded optics. I can't remember now. But anyways, that's beside the point. So a lot of people were nervous about this line since it's pretty weak on PC, and then generally the new lines that console gets, people like to say are nerfed, but really to me they're not nerfed because it's the first time they're in the game. But I guess they're nerfed to the PC standard. However, I don't want to get into that, so we're not going to get into that. But anyways, since they are weak on PC, if they were to lose a lot of those stats coming over to console, they probably wouldn't have been a great addition on our game as well. Fortunately for us, they didn't get the nerf bat too much. And so far, the setter has been really enjoyable. I've talked to some other CCs, so there are other players in game, and they don't have a lot of bad things to say about it, which is pretty interesting. So I zoom out here, just kind of show a little lay of the map and how each team is set up. There is no cap, so it's just our team versus their team. A lot of tank destroyers. This is a good map for it. No artillery, thank God. A lot of new stuff has come in. We got the British Scout line. We got the Diamondback. Played a couple games in that when I was platooned up with Viderian last week. And that was, it's hard to say it's fun because it is a slow armored tank destroyer. The AT line, if you ground that down, is not the most fun thing to do. But I do like that style of play sometimes, just to slow down, cover the lower plate, beat the snot out of people with those fast guns. Not a play style that I can play a lot of, but it is kind of a good change of pace. So I figured their whole team would be up on that ridge sniping, or at least their snipers would be, and I really didn't want them to be able to get free shots in the side of my tanks, so I thought it was important that I spot that position. I am targeted, so I'm trying to wiggle around. You see this thing is kind of sluggish. I was going to do a stat comparison to other tier 7 scouts, but it doesn't really compare. It's really strange. It kind of seems like it should be a tier 6. However, the penetration values are amazing. The reloads aren't that great. The concealment is good enough. And remember, I'm not at 100% crew on this game, so I am going to get spotted a little bit easier. And it's more of a passive scout, but you can do work, especially if they're distracted. I mean, not only should you participate with your vision when you're a scout, but you always should participate with your gun as much as possible, unless it's going to put you in a precarious position. So I had the opportunity to take the 1390 out there. Even if I had to trade some health, I figured that was a good tank to get rid of. because he can pretty much outspot anyone on my team if he's set up correctly. So we got him out of the game. We're up to 2 kills, 6 pens, 4 assists, 6 spots. A decent game. Didn't really feel like that powerful of a game, but since we've been working this ridgeline, our team has really pushed the advantage here, and we are in a 9-6 advantage. So that's good, but there's a lot of tanks left, and they still do have a scout. We have 3 scouts. They have 1. And now our team is pretty much condensed to one side of the map. Unless maybe because I know when you do in replay mode, the radio signals don't work like they do in actual gameplay. So yeah, we still do have heavies over on the other side. Just looks like we don't. Alright, I talked a little bit about I can't even think of what it's called, the tier 8 Russian heavy tank auto loader. I think the Stockade, there it is right there. Their Stockade just killed our VK-45. The Stockade, I got a couple games in that. It's kind of underwhelming to me. Reminds me of a Fatherland, except it's got an auto loader. So, I mean, I don't understand really what the point of putting that in the game is for. I know on PC they had an auto reloading Fatherland, and I think that's what console was aiming for, but then just it seems like they're very timid when it comes to auto reloaders. We know the Italian DPM is nerfed, or I mean, arguably not nerfed, but it's just very low. And then they didn't ever bring over the auto reloading Fatherland. They gave us an auto loading Fatherland, so it's a little bit different. Now, it was important to get that track on the SU-130 PM. That way he didn't get the shell in me. You can see his tank turned sideways when I shot his track off, and then this Vindicator was trying to finish me up. And thankfully my team pushed over. I was hoping that they would. One of the things is this thing doesn't hit hard, and it doesn't shoot fast, which makes it awkward. It's not like you can just circle around people and whittle them down quick like other scouts. You kind of have to take your shots, be careful. You got 10 degrees of gun depression though, which is sick. Yeah, this has been a fun tank. I didn't mind its stock. It definitely was kind of a grind. But once I got it fully upgraded, and now that I have the crew at 100%, I think it's a competitive tank. Also, I've heard good things about the Tier 9. I have not talked to a lot of people that played the Tier 10 yet, so I don't want to talk about that yet. And then Diamondback is the last one alive, so we're going to just go for a tracking shot here. Hopefully we can get some assist damage and pick up a very nice game in the setter. He turned on us, but we did get him tracked, hoping that my team can kill him so I can stay alive, and there we go. So that's the setter. I am almost done with the setter, so then I'll get the tier 8. Hopefully get some gameplay for that. But once again, I'm not playing tanks as much as I used to, so it might take me a little bit longer. Hopefully get some more videos on some other tanks here. And get you guys some ace tanker gameplay, some weekly videos. And I can put a little bit more time into them, get some thumbnails back. Yeah, I think I'll just be able to spend a little bit more time on the video, which is something that I wanted to do. I kind of felt rushed, so I was just throwing videos together to get them out there. But we take top dog with a measly little 1700 damage, 2 kills. But we did take down the 1390, which helped boost our XP a lot. So 1555 base XP. Alright, I'll quit babbling. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.